which is exactly why we're going to go over it again. So if you're new here, click on the comment, go back and watch that video. We went over Antichrist. Now, this is in my set of encyclopedias, the Chambers Encyclopedias printed in the 1890s. And one of the things it said was to look up apocalyptic number. And like I said, I had done this before. I'm not sure what account it was on, but we need to go over it again. Apocalyptic number is the mystical number 666, spoken of in the book of Revelations 13:18. Among the Greeks and Hebrews, the letters of the alphabet were used to denote numbers. Hence, such letters must be taken as will, when used as numbers, make up 666, either in the Greek or Hebrew alphabet, as the letters of the name in question. The best solution of the riddle is Neron. Caesar, the Hebrew form of the Latin Nero Caesar. The vowels E and A are not expressed in the ancient Hebrew writing. The number represented by Neron Caesar would be 666. Thus, and it's telling you N is 50 plus R 200, O is 6, N is 50, K is 100, S is 60, R 200. Equals 666. Other interpretations were adopted in early times as Antichrist and Latinos, the latter being supposed to refer to the Roman Empire, and even in more recent times being explained by Protestant controversialists of greater zeal than discretion as a prophetic allusion to papal Rome. See Antichrist, which, again, click on the comment and go back and look at it. This stuff is absolutely crazy. And then here's Apocrypha as well, which my Bible has the Apocrypha verses. So let's go ahead and go over Revelations 13:18 real quick. So this Bible's from 1822. So this Bible's over 200 years old. I think maybe we have to go over the whole thing. So chapter 13, it's verse 18, but I'm going to go over it. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. By who? And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Which, again, I think it's crazy when people are like, oh, all you have to do is ask for forgiveness and you'll be forgiven. That's not quite the way it goes. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now, just remember, speaking of dragons is not just because they were bored and wanted some entertainment. Obviously, if it's talking about it in a Bible over 200 years old, you got to fucking ask yourself. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound has healed. It almost sounds a lot like Baal, doesn't it? With 2 horns having control and everybody worshiping him. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. How is he making fire come down from heaven? and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. And he gave power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. I think it's crazy because people who actually, believe the Bible and live life by it, a lot of people believe, right, that we have a firmament. And I've heard a lot of people talk about as the waters above as the waters below, right? There's a lot of people that believe that space is actually the waters below. So I think that it's crazy that this monster with horns, or this beast, dragon, whatever, came out of the waters and was able to control fire from the heavens, right? It almost seems like the beast or Baal or Satan, whatever, had a hell of a lot more control than what we have been told, if we are to go off this. So again, I believe that, yes, there are parts of the Bible that are true, but I think a lot of it was the Blues got a hold of it and changed it to fit their narrative. And it's just, religion is a really easy way to control people. I've said it before. And look at what's happening now. Like, what if the people who have control are quite literally acting out what they have told you in this book to make people scared and to follow along with what they're saying? I mean, I'm just saying, allegedly.